Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Bitcoin Business Basics. I am super excited today. We have a fabulous guest that's coming from us from a very far away place, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But before we do that, yes, we're going to introduce you. You're just awesome. So you just hold on. So I just want to say to my staff, I don't know if you all see these shirts they made me today. And we've got this beautiful mug, Bitcoin Business Basics, which can be found in our Bitcoin Buys a Rush store. So if you all are interested in a mug, we're going to send John one. But if you're interested in a mug, please reach out. We have t-shirts as well. They're making these t-shirts in-house. I am so proud of the staff. They're doing a great job. But anyways, again, welcome to Bitcoin Business Basics. I am your host, Najah Roberts, and today I have the pleasure of introducing to you a young man who we're going to get into how old he is in a minute because I'm very impressed with him and all the things that he is doing. But he is the CEO of a fabulous company called Legal Traders. And we're going to have a discussion about how this plays in to not only the cryptocurrency space, but how it plays into the blockchain space as well. Because as you all know, they are two different things. And so when we're talking about going beyond Bitcoin in business, I think that this company that he has, you'll be able to understand why I'm saying it's beyond Bitcoin, blockchain, and all those things are included. Of course, you know, without blockchain, you cannot have Bitcoin. So we're going to talk about that and how sustainable blockchain is in our world today. So we're going to get into all these things today. So John, welcome to Bitcoin Business Basics. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here. It's I'm in the Korean time zone, so it's morning for me.
Okay. So where are you exactly?
I'm right now in South Korea, in Seoul.
In Seoul, okay. All right. Well, the Olympics was held there one year. I remember there was something going on in Seoul that was really important. And I remember I think probably when I was younger, so it's not anything probably in your age group, but Seoul is a beautiful place. I do know that. I haven't visited, but I was able to take a look at that actually watching the Olympics. So that's why I remember that so well. So did you grow up in Seoul? Let's ask that question.
No, I was born and I grew up in Sweden. So a lot of people think that maybe when I speak English, I have some Swedish accent. And my parents are actually from Hong Kong. So I'm actually not related to South Korea at all.
Wow. So you were born and raised in Sweden, parents from Hong Kong. So you must speak a bunch of different languages.
Yes, maybe I could say 4 or 5 languages.
Wow, that's very impressive. What are those languages, if you
So
don't
my
mind?
mother tongue is no, of course not. So my mother tongue is Swedish since I was born in Sweden,
Okay.
and now we're communicating in English. And for Chinese, I can speak Cantonese, where they use it in the southern part of China and in Hong Kong as well. And then the Mandarin, the Chinese language where they speak in the Greater China.
Right. Ni hao,
So those
that's all I know. Ni hao, mine.
exactly. Ni hao ma, that is Mandarin, exactly.
That's Mandarin. That's all.
So since I'm in Seoul now, and I have actually been here for around 4 or 5 years in Korea, Seoul is the capital there. I can speak some Korean as well.
Okay, is Korean hard to learn?
It's really difficult. The grammatical structure is totally different from the Western languages. It's usually they have the verb in the end of the sentence instead of in the middle of the sentence. For example, I'm eating hamburger, then they say I hamburger eat. That is the structure. So it's always very confusing when I have to like switch languages.
So I am going to just take a wild guess and say that you speak another language as well. Because of the fact that you have this fabulous app, I'm guessing you're a developer. in some.
That's actually that is very good guess, but actually, it's not true.
No.
I came from an engineering background, but
Okay.
my team made the app for me. I'm
Oh,
actually you could say the hustler of my company, and I'm the one maybe designing around the app and giving my idea what to put in there, but I can actually not code it myself,
okay.
unfortunately.
So I was wrong. I was wrong, but it's okay. I was going to say you speak another language, which is talking and getting the computer to do exactly what it needs to do. So we're like equal on that. In fact, I'm going to start
Right.
learning some basic language, coding language here very, very soon. So I am excited about that part because it wasn't something that I wanted to do, but because the world is changing, I just realized that it is critically important that I at least know the basics so I can understand the language when I'm dropped
Right,
into the
right.
computer. Yeah, so yeah, so this League of Traders. So what did you do before you came up with this app? Let me ask that. What
So I was, yeah, yeah. I was never always in the cryptocurrency or in the blockchain field. When I first came to Korea, which I mentioned before, 4 or 5 years ago, I had another company, or you could say I had another startup that was going to connect freelancers with people who need freelancers. For example, I came from Europe, so I came here to Asia, and I know that the workforce and the talents here is of abundance. So I wanted to connect, for example, Asian designers, graphic designers, UI designers with employers in Europe that wanted to find designers, and that was the platform that I started with when I came to South Korea. But because of various adventures that I had here, we made a pivot into the crypto business in 2000. I would say the first half of 2018.
Okay, a good time, a good time. So, because 2018 was a very trying time for some of us that were in the crypto space because we endured something called the crypto winter. So, were you
Right,
in the
right.
crypto winter? So, let me get this right. You're pivoting into crypto, and you get into this space, and it is crypto winter. Nothing is happening slowly, and it just went on and on. So, what were you thinking
Yes.
at the time when you were spending this money to create this app, and Bitcoin was doing absolutely nothing for almost the entire year?
We were actually not making this app until the end of 2019. So
Okay.
what we did before when we first got into the crypto field, we made something called a decentralized exchange. You can say that we were a bit early for our time, but it's an exchange that is running on the blockchain. That is what a decentralized exchange is. So basically, it runs on the blockchain technology and all the things you do on the exchange. It's saved inside the blockchain in layman's term. So
Mhm.
that is what we did. And like you said, it was the crypto winter, or it was the start of the crypto winter, because it was the crypto hype time during the end of 2017 and in the
Yeah.
beginning of 2018.
Yeah.
And we were running this exchange, but because of we were running at an exchange for about a year, we got to know how the traders trade, what they need, what they like to do, and what's important for them. And that because of that experience, we brought it onto the current product that we call the League of Traders, that I will talk about in very shortly. But the reason we got into the crypto industry from the very beginning is because our team was incubated in a place called Decamp. For people who know about startup in the US, you can maybe uh, equalize that with something called the Y Combinator in the USA, which is a quite prestigious incubator, you could say, accelerator. And we were there, and they only maybe pick 5 to 6 team every 6 months. So it's very competitive to get in there. And among those 6 teams, 3 of them were into blockchain and crypto. So we were very we were positively uh, affected and encouraged by them to get into this crypto space. And at that time, we had something called a seed investor, so an early investor in our company, and they were also very into the cryptocurrency field. So we got like from two sides, like one side from our other other startup teams surrounding us were doing crypto, and then our investors were also talking about the crypto, and they say, oh, you got a very strong like tech team, so why don't you guys try to see if you can make something from blockchain, because it's like the latest hot right now. So
Yes.
we thought, yeah, why not? And then that's how we got into the crypto space, and that's how our first actually product was an exchange.
That is awesome. And so, because we're on Bitcoin Business Basics, I see you in a business mind with a recurring theme. You always seem to find a challenge or a problem and find out how you can solve it. And so, as we know
Right.
about being in business, um, we all know that we need to be solving a unique problem and doing it in such a way it sets us apart from those individuals around us that may even have the same idea. So we'll talk about that in a second. But something else I heard you really talking about was blockchain. So, what are your thoughts on uh, all these companies? Because I get so many companies calling me saying, "Oh, I want to get on blockchain technology," and I want to see if your thoughts are the same as mine. And either way, I think everybody's probably right. But I personally don't feel like blockchain is for every company. What do you think?
That is definitely what I think too. Because even though I am in the crypto space or right now, it doesn't mean that I think that blockchain can be applied to everything. And that is what we learned firsthand when we did this something called Decentralized Exchange, because it was built on the blockchain technology. And very early on, the blockchain technology, people wanted to shoehorn it into all kind of different businesses, because like it was doing so well, all the tokens, all the coins, like the price were rising. So everyone had this like, oh, what if I apply blockchain to this, or if I apply blockchain to that, maybe I can take this momentum to earn some like quick cash or a quick grab, like
Yeah.
from maybe some tokens I'm issuing. But truth to be told, we made our like exchange on the blockchain technology, and we definitely think it would have run much smoother if it wasn't. Because of the blockchain technology, it was not totally matured yet, and to build on it, it's something in blockchain you have to talk about speed as well. For example, everyone here uses WhatsApp, I think, in the audience, and if I'm sending a message to you, you receive it kind of immediately, and that's
Mhm.
because of the technology we have now with the internet and communication and so on.
Yeah.
But let's say if it is running on the blockchain, it has to be at least like the technology we had back in 2017-18. It has to be something called confirmed. It has to be like recorded on a chain, and then a bunch of people have to confirm it to authorize it, and then it's confirmed. So it means that it takes a lot of time to do this communication. So let's say if I'm creating a chatting app on a certain blockchain, and I'm sending the message to you, then you maybe have to wait 1 minute before you receive the message. It's maybe that message can be like recorded, and it could be there, and it can have a proof that the message is true. But like if you have
Yeah.
to wait 1 minute before you receive each message from a friend and such, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's very suitable for that kind of product.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's might not be able to be applied to everything. But of course, times are changing, and the technology, you can call it's still in its infant stage, and I'm sure sooner or later someone will figure it out how to make it much faster than ever. But I don't think, like you do, um, it's not suitable to be applied for everything.
For everything. All right. Well, I definitely agree with that. So let's talk about trading just a little bit before we get into our to the app. So one of the things that we come across in our community are a lot of people who show their trades and they always show these winning trades. And they always get people to invest with them because they always show their winning trades. So, in your experience, especially having a company that has done some sort of market research and those sorts of things, what do you find the percentage of people that are really out there that know how to trade? What is the percentage of people that are really trading and really making money? I think most people are faking it till they make it, but you tell me, what do you think about those stats?
I mean that's a very very good question because it is actually directly linked to our product because our product is actually it's something that really proves what if someone can are doing good trades or not. So it's a very very good question, and I will get more uh, into that a bit later on. But if we just talk about investing or just trading in general, so if everyone, for example, let's talk about some very, very, very hyped up like token or coin. Maybe someone know about the Dogecoin, or is that how you pronounce it? A different person pronounce it differently.
Yeah,
The Dogecoin.
potato, potato. Yes, Doge, Dodge, Doge. Yeah, doggy. I
Exactly.
heard everything.
Doggy.
Right? Okay.
So if you could say that if we start to hear about something, it's called like, oh, if someone you hear someone say, oh, this token is great, it's like it's pumping, it's gonna like it's doing very great, as people are earning a lot of money from it. When you start to hear that, it means you're already too late to jump on the train. It's
Yeah.
already the train already passed, and if you start to invest then I think that you were all one of the later people that joins it. So usually, like a great trader, if they really try to get into the altcoin, it's very important they understand about the fundamentals. If that company or that project that issue that token, if they have like a good fundamentals, good technology, and really read about what that project does is before you start investing in something like that, instead of listening to the so-called good traders and following their trades. So it's very important that you do your research if you're really going to invest in something else other than than Bitcoin or for example Ethereum, because it is a very volatile market.
Well, you know what? On that note, I accidentally showed somebody's comment. I'm going to put it back up here
Mm.
because DJ said that Robert Kiyosaki said Bitcoin is going to crash this month, and I just couldn't help but look at it. And then I wanted to show it later and I accidentally clicked on it. So I'll just put it up there. So, what do you think about that statement before we go into this trading exercise and you showing us how the platform works? What do you think about that?
Well, if I'm not wrong, he's the author of the Rich Dad Poor Dad, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. So I think it might be. No one knows about the future. I actually have no comment about it because I cannot really predict the future. If it is, I do believe that Bitcoin, like in sooner or later, in some day, will be increasing, like overcome the value it is today. It
And
all depends on how long you're willing to hold that and stick to it.
okay, okay. He said gold, silver, cryptocurrency, and stock. Wow, this is interesting. Well, thank you, DJ, for that. We're gonna October is the month, so we'll see. I don't agree with Mr. Kiyosaki, so but I'm not. But he made a lot of money on Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's for sure. So maybe
Right.
yes, but I don't think he knows anything about this. He knows about writing books. I don't think he knows about this too well. But we're going to go ahead. I'm going to take that. Oh, the team took that off. Thank you. So let's do this. Let's get into John. Just show us what your app does. Let's see what it does and how it works.
Sure.
And we're ready.
Sure thing. Sure thing. So first, I have a small presentation, which is not too important, but to just
Oh,
give people, everyone, like an idea what my app does. And
yeah.
after that, I will just live stream my product instead, and that will be much more interesting compared to what you're seeing here.
Okay.
But to give all the audience and our dear viewers a rundown of what we're doing. So basically, like I mentioned before, we created a product based on our experience of creating an exchange. So with the exchange, after creating the exchange, we know what traders want. So we know what they like, we know what's important for them.
Hmm.
So based on that, what we did is that we created something called a social trading application. So what
Okay.
is social trading? So basically trading, it's usually a one player game, right? It's you versus the screen. It is you versus the exchange. So it's not much interaction between all the other traders that are out there. So what we did was that we created an application that brought everyone together in the same place, that they can, for example, maybe communicate with each other. They can see what other traders are doing. So we brought the social aspect together with the with trading. And one big benefit of that is that you will then be able to see other traders' portfolio, how they're doing, what they are buying, what they're holding right now, and you will also be able to interact with them. And there
Okay.
are many positive things with that. So for example, if you're new to this crypto space and you hear about Bitcoin, you hear about Ethereum, but you hear all about all these other tokens as well. And if you're very unsure about how what to buy and what to sell and what to hold, then it's a very good idea to check what other traders are doing. And instead of just hearing rumors or hearing someone on Twitter say you should buy this and that, what's better than to see real statistic of what the people who are earning most money, what they're actually holding for real, and what they actually have for real. So we have created like pages with statistics and so on to really show the trader real trading data of what people are having. And this is a couple of screenshots of how our product looks like, and I will shortly show that to you, all of you, live.
Okay.
So basically, what the users can do in our platform is, first of all, they have to have an exchange. It can be for people maybe outside the US, maybe Binance is very popular, but I think in the US, then definitely Coinbase is the most popular exchange. And so basically, people with a Coinbase account, they can connect that account with legal traders, and legal traders will then show all the statistics of what you're holding and how much money you're earning on your Coinbase account on there.
So let me ask you
And
quick.
go ahead.
Other than Coinbase, which is not my favorite, what other um, accounts are we able to pull into the League of Traders?
Yes, so let me go ahead and screen share my application to all of you,
Okay.
instead of this boring presentation here. So let me go ahead and screen share my phone. If everyone give me a minute.
Take your time. Take your time. And for those of you who are
Can
just tuning,
everyone see my phone screen right now?
yeah, let me. We will in five, four, three. Yep, we can right now.
So you asked me what kind of exchanges can you connect with our product.
Yes.
So basically, these are the exchanges that we're supporting right now. We're supporting 10 exchanges, starting from Binance. Maybe another famous one is called BitMEX. Some people have heard of probably FTX,
Mhm.
and so on. We have two local exchanges. When I say local, then I mean Korean exchanges, because our company is located in South Korea right now,
Okay.
but the rest of them are international exchanges here. Can I ask which one are you using?
Well, I actually have my own exchange. So
Ah,
we have we have a little bit different of a situation. We'll talk about that later, but we have
mhm.
one of the only brick and mortar cryptocurrency exchanges in the US. So people actually walk in here and buy Bitcoin as opposed to doing it online.
Oh wow, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really nice. That's really cool.
Yeah. But if I was to look at the list, BitMEX is one that I love. That's Arthur Hayes. For those of you who don't,
Right.
he's an African American gentleman. He has BitMEX. And then the other one I love is Binance US though. But I still have coin on Binance because I was one of those that didn't go and get it off when they told us to. So it's still sitting over there. Um, Coinbase is my least favorite. I just got to put it out there. But Upbit as well. I have an Upbit and I have an FTX account as well. So,
Oh,
yep.
wow. So let me go into the main page of our application to show everyone how it looks like. So this is the main page of our application. As everyone can see, this is a leaderboard of all the traders we have on our platform. So each of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they're like real traders that has connected the exchange account with our platform. And the green numbers on the right is the profit rate, how much profit they have made since they connected their account into our platform. So we can go down this list and you can see the first guy, he was earning a lot of money, 2,000%, but all of these, they have been earning like 200%, and we're going down the list here. So as a user, you can definitely click into someone's account. For example, let's see, I'm clicking into this account. Then you can start seeing different kind of statistics of this guy. This guy is Korean. That's why on his description there's some Korean there, but don't let that bother you. When we go down this list, you can see that his profit rate, his graph, how much money he has been earning, like since he connected with us. Some statistics about his trade, what is his winning trade ratio, his losing trade ratio, and how much money he's holding. This guy is got quite a lot of money. He got $100,000 on his account, and he's right now only holding Bitcoin because he is on BitMEX and they have the exchange on Bitcoin. But let me see someone with a more diverse portfolio. Maybe this person here.
So
you can see how, right?
Am I understanding that League of Traders does not have access to their actual coin? You don't have access to their actual coin, do you?
No, we don't. We just pull the information. We just pull their information that they have on their respective exchanges. So we are not touching what they are holding. Actually, it's just purely for displaying the information. So it's the user themselves. Yeah, the user themselves have to connect their own exchange to our account. So basically, for example, this guy, you can see what he's holding. Here's a little bit. Better token distribution. You see the circle here. He's holding $1,300, and you can see 66.9%. He's holding BNB, which is the Binance token, and then he's holding some USDT and a couple of other tokens. And you can see exactly what he's holding. This is what I'm talking about. And maybe we can look at this guy, Gaussian, the number 4 guy, and we can see how he has been doing. This is his all-time graph. He has had some lows and some high, but in general, he has nearly 1,000% in earning. And we can see what he's holding. He's holding USDT, and he's holding some Clay and some Link. And this is basically his portfolio right now. Okay. So this is like the bread and butter of our app. So what you can do is very similar to Instagram. Is you can see this subscribe button. So once you subscribe to a user, whenever this user buys or whenever this user sells, you will get notification directly to your app. So basically, once you subscribe to someone that you like, then you will know, oh, this guy, he bought Ethereum, he bought Bitcoin right now. Maybe I should also buy it at this time. Or he sold it, and then you will also want to sell it at the same time. So this is the cool thing with this app, is that you can follow anyone you want, and you will be able to get notification whenever that person buys or sells. So for example, we can take a last example. This guy, he got a lot of money as well, 100,000 USD, and you can see what kind of token he's holding. So he's holding most of his money right now, nearly 80%. He's holding USD.
USDT. Yep.
Exactly, USDT. So another thing that you can do on our app, we want to take this like thing one step further. It's something called copy trading. So basically, what I mentioned before, you can subscribe to someone, you get the notification, you can, how should I say, when you get the notification, you see what he buys or sells. But sometimes when it comes to trading, then when you get the notification and when you actually see the notification, it it's too late to buy the token that he's buying. So
Mm-hmm.
what copy trading does is that your account will automatically mirror the trade of his account. So instead of doing it manually, you will automatically copy what the other person are doing. So basically, you can go down the list of users and you can select the users you want to copy. And
Let's
for
let's go
example,
with 11. Go with Lou
let's
11.
go number 11. You mean this guy?
Oh, no, no, no. Go back. Go back. I just saw a name
Okay.
that.
Lou 11.
Yep. Lou. Oh, 111.
111
Yes.
111,
Woo.
exactly, this person.
I
So
thought.
this person, we can start copying what he's doing. He's holding nearly 70% Bitcoin. So this
That
is what you can do.
I knew that was a good name. That's a person after my own heart. They're holding more than everything. Go ahead.
Right. So basically, you're able to copy what this person is doing, but there's one catch. Of course, similar with all kind of platforms out there, that you can set your own privacy setting. So, for example, this Lou 111 doesn't want anyone to copy him. He can turn it off himself. So it's up to the choices of the person themselves. Otherwise, maybe I'm a great trader. I want my portfolio to be shown to everyone else, but um, but it's we all count. Can everyone see his comment there?
Yes.
Yes,
It,
that's a very good question, because I
yeah.
was just about to address that. And like you said, why would someone want to compromise themselves to show publicly what they are buying, but more importantly, their amount? So exactly. So basically, right, the account I'm showing you right now is the master account, and that's why we can show is we can see everything that they're holding. But if I jump into a normal user account, then some of this user's data might be hidden, and it all depends on their own privacy setting. Similar to Instagram, you can set your own account to private, or you can set your own account to public. So if you're someone who don't want someone to copy you, or don't want anyone to see your own portfolio, you just want to do it for yourself. You just want to track your own earning yourself, then you can set your account to private. So basically, it is, you can set your own privacy. So exactly what you say, not everyone wants to show how much they're holding, and that's totally fine. And this app is very, very useful for people with more than one exchange as well. Imagine you have three exchanges, and you're juggling between them, and you have to open three screens all the time to check how much you're earning. You can basically put everything in Legal Traders, and you will be able to see on average how much money you're earning all the time. And like you said, people have private account as well. Let me just swap my account to a normal user account, and I will be able to see that one. Let me just swap again. So let's see now. So for example, this person, like you see here, this person set his account, or I didn't subscribe to him yet. So right now I can see that he's holding approximately 100K USD, but I cannot see his data until
Yeah.
I have subscribed to him. So it's very, very it's hidden. And
So,
some people, even if I subscribe to them, I won't be able to see what how much they have either. So it's all up to the users themselves.
so when somebody copies or mirrors a trade, what is the percentage that this person makes because somebody copied or mirrored their trade? Because
That's a very good yeah, that's a very good question. So the copy trading, there's right now we just released it about 1.5 months ago, so we can still call the function in its beta status. So right now it's completely free to use, and it's also, how should I say, it's also, yeah, it's free for everyone. But later on down the road, we will be sharing the percentage earning with the person who are being the leader. We call it the copy leader. So for example, if I'm copying you and I'm earning $100, then I would probably share $15 to you and then $15 to our platform, and I will pocket $70 myself, which is better than nothing. If you are earning, if you're not copying at all, then you're not earning anything. But of
Right.
course, with any kind of investment, there's always there's always time when you earn money, but there's also times when you lose money as well. So even when you decide to copy someone, you have to be very, very careful before you actually decide to choose and copy a certain person. And I
Yeah.
can just show very simply how the copying works. So basically, we have 5 tabs here. The other tab is kind of a timeline where people can chat, like similar to Twitter, and people can like talk about, yeah, anything they want to. We have like a third tab called the lounge, where people can see the latest like crypto news and so on, and the latest tweet of some crypto key opinion leaders. And there's this fourth services tab, and there's a button called copy trading here. The N button stands for new, and like I said, it's still in a beta phase, so the UI might not be the most um, simple to use right now, but we will keep updated. So here when you press on copy, you can see everyone who has allowed themselves to be copied, and you see how much they have been earning the last 30 days, and you can see their risk level. Risk level is to assess if this person, if he's trading, if he's very risky or not. Because if you don't know trading quite well, you probably don't want to copy someone who is very risky, because yes, this guy can earn 700%, but maybe he can also lose all your money as well. So
Yeah.
let's look at someone who is not so risky, maybe number 3, the House Maxi one. So basically, he just added his account recently, and you can see how much money he has been earning, and you can see different kind of statistics that he has been doing, how much money he has been earning every day. This is his daily profit. For example, yesterday he lost $1,300. The day before he lost $8,000, but the day before he earned $800. So he's a big trader actually. I guess his how much money he's holding is quite a lot. He's holding 60,000 USD. So his portfolio is quite big, his balance here. And then when I press copy this account, I need to select the exchange that I'm holding right now. So basically, when you copy someone, there's the restriction number 2. So first, you can only choose the person who has allowed other person to copy him. Number 2 is that you have to use the same exchange as he's using in order to copy him. So
Wow.
basically, you're not copying from a League of Traders account. So you have to copy the House Maxi. You have to also have a Binance account to copy him, because he's using a Binance account and you have to have a Binance account.
So,
Yes.
so I'm going to put a pin in it right there because there's a question that's relevant to this. And I know your stuff, so we're not going to throw you off. But this person asks, does copy trading require full API access? Let me see. Yep.
Yes,
Ac-
access to my account on an exchange. So it's a very, very good question. So basically, exactly what you said. In order to connect an exchange, you see that there's a button called API here, under summary and beside challenge. There's a button called API, and this is how you connect an exchange. And when you press connect, you can choose which exchange you want to use. And for example, if I select FTX here, then I need to enter something called an API key. And an API key, for people who are not very tech savvy, it's something that you generate when you go into your setting page on your exchange account.
mhm.
And that's the way how we can read what kind of data that person has. So basically, in order to know what some user, what kind of data he's holding, they need to connect their API onto our application. And in order to just read it, to see what you have, the permission we have is to read. How should I say? Is to only read your data. But in order to access the full copy trading feature, you have to give us something called a write permission, which is what the user just asked. So that at that time, we will be able to control your like what you buy and sell on your own account. So yes, we have to have access to the buying and selling like rights to your account in order to use this copy trading function. And the
So
reason for that is the reason. I'm sorry. You want to go ahead with your question?
the reason for that, you're probably going to answer my question. The reason,
Yeah. So the reason for that is because when you copy someone else, basically you have to use the same account to copy someone else's account. And the technology behind that, the way we do it is that we see what this person buys or sells. So let's say he buys Bitcoin. Then we have to trigger the same buy order on your account to follow him. So in order to follow that guy, we see what he buys and when he buys. So we have to give a signal to your own account and we say, oh, you have to buy at that price as well. And that's how the copy trading works. So for example, I'm John, I'm buying Bitcoin at $50,000. So we see that I did this action. So we have to trigger the same action that you have to do on your own account. So yes, you can say it might be risky if you think that we have access to buying and selling of your own account, but we are not allowed to withdraw any money from your account.
okay,
So we will not be able to take out your money. We will only be able to choose what to buy and what to sell. And that is just something that you have to believe when you choose to do copy trading, because there's nowhere else, no other way to be able to copy that. A good thing though is that it's still your own exchange account, so we're not being able to take it away from you or anything. So just to reiterate, we are not holding custody of any money on our application.
it's
We don't. You're not depositing money to us. We're not holding your money. You're using your own account, own exchange.
so I have two questions, and then I see a question in the chat from Linda Vaughn. We'll get her question. So my question is kind of going back again. What incentive does Nudgy New Gauge? What incentive do they have to let somebody copy their trades? What's their incentive?
So this is what I mentioned before, is that right now they are not incentivized
Mhm.
unless we are having some kind of we are having competition sometimes and giving them prizes
Okay.
of
Okay.
yeah, like if they're doing well, we give them prizes. But
Yeah,
later down the road, when we have set up the core business model, then we will share the
I get it.
profit
I
with the
get it.
other people to that person.
Yeah, I was just making sure. So let's just say I'm following the trade of this gentleman, and we're gonna assume that that 98% that he had in his account was Bitcoin. And let's assume that I decided to copy his trades and
Right.
he's on, go back really quick because I want to make sure we have a full understanding of this. Let's,
Let me open my admin account, because right now we cannot see what he's holding
well,
since he set his account.
we can pretend for just the sake of this. So
Right.
the green is Bitcoin and it's on Binance. So I go in, I have to have Bitcoin on Binance. Well, I have to have money enough to cover. See, his account says approximately 5K. So if I'm copying his trade and he's buying Bitcoin, I have to have enough in there to copy the exact amount that he's buying, correct?
And no, that's incorrect. So it's more simple than that we made for user. You only copy the percentage. So for example, if he has $5,000 but you have $50, you still copy the same ratio. So if among the $5,000 he used half of his money to buy Bitcoin, then of your own account, if you're holding $50, you will only use half of that to buy
That's
Bitcoin.
awesome. Okay, I get it. I get it. That's the question. And then
Right.
I think it was Miss Linda Vons who said setting to automatic copy. Does it allow you to purchase the amount you want? How? I guess basically the same thing I was asking. kind of. How does the time frame work if your amount is different? And I think you kind of answered that because she and I are on the
Right.
same page on that.
Let me jump back in 2 seconds to answer that, because I see I'm on a laptop right now, so my battery is low, so I don't want to disappear suddenly. So
Okay.
let me run for 30 seconds and bring my charger.
Okay.
Sorry for that, all the viewers.
All right. So in the meantime, while he's going to do that, see this beautiful coin cup they made me, Bitcoin Business Basics. You can purchase this at our Bitcoin Buys R Us store. Oh, they made it where you can see it. There we go. I love it. Crypto blockchain plug on one side, Bitcoin Business Basics on the other. They have these shirts as well. They created right here in the office. So I'm super excited. And while we're on this Friday, we will be interviewing on our Crypt Hop, which is where cryptocurrency meets hip hop. We will be having MC Light on Friday. That's who we're supposed to be interviewing. I'm manifesting her into this space because we need to definitely have her on and talk to her. She is one of the icons of my time, one of the mothers of hip hop. So we'll let John plug in and he'll tell us when he's ready. And we'll get
Yes,
back
I'm
to it.
ready now.
All right.
Yes, apologies for that.
No, no,
So
no.
exactly, back to the question of a viewer that we just had. So you can copy the ratio. So if you have less, yeah, to Linda's question, if you have less money than that person, you can only copy ratio, something that I talked about before. If he has $5,000, you got $50. Then when he trades half of it, you trade half of it. But the flip side, it's getting a little bit complicated now. If you have more money than that person, so let's say you are holding $5,000, but he's only holding $50. If he's taking big risk with that $50 and betting everything, you don't want to bet all your $5,000 on the same thing he's betting, right? So you can set to match that person's amount instead. So let's say he's buying of all the $50 he's buying Ethereum. Then you can set it so that you're only using also $50 to buy Ethereum among your 5,000 pot. So if you have less amount of money than the person you copy ratio, the same ratio as that person. But if you have more money, you have two settings to choose from. So you can either copy the same ratio or you can copy the exact amount that that person is trading. I hope
Okay.
that answered your question.
That did. And I hope that answered Linda's questions too. So that is awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Well,
So
in,
can I have 1 minute to show everyone an easy way to how to connect their Coinbase account? I'm guessing since all our viewers are from the US, and most of you probably use Coinbase, I'm gonna show you very quickly how the Coinbase connection work. So let's say that I'm gonna create a new account right now, a totally new account. So as everyone is familiar with login with Google, login with Apple, Coinbase, they have made something called login with Coinbase as well. So if you have a Coinbase account, you don't have to go through the hassle of adding API and so on and so forth. So when you sign in or when you log in, you can just click on Coinbase and that will automatically sign you in here. So basically, I just need to hide my credentials a little bit here first. Give me one moment.
yeah, hide it a little bit. That goes
Okay.
that goes to this while you're hiding, and I'm gonna throw this question up. Because somebody asked this question and I saw it, I was gonna wait, but since you had to hide your screen, which is really, really good, somebody says this seems as if it would be a hacker's paradise.
So okay, I'm sharing it again. So basically, I just clicked on login with Coinbase, and after entering the password, I can call my account for Coinbase test right now, and I click on next, and I just skip all this login information.
Okay.
like this. So right now, I just created a new account, like you all see, called Coinbase Test. This
Mm.
is the Coinbase Test. And if we, because it's new account, it got no data yet, but if you scroll down, immediately you can already see how much money I have on my original Coinbase account, which is $700, 4% link, and 35% BTC. And if I tab out and enter my real Coinbase account, then we can see that we fetch that data immediately. And you see here, $701.9. And I'm holding, let's see my portfolio, and I'm holding Chainlink, and Bitcoin. Can
Mhm.
everyone see that on the Coinbase screen? And if
Yeah.
we go back to my app, that's exactly the same thing that I'm holding here. So it took less than a second to connect that data between Coinbase and League of Traders. But right now, copy trading is not supporting Coinbase yet, and that is something that we will announce for our users a little bit down the road. And many people might not have been heard about our app yet on the US market, and that's because we launched in South Korea. Although we are an international team, most of our users right now are Korean users, and we are planning to get into the US market next year. So you have an early preview of our app of how it will look like. So yeah. So back
That.
to the user's question, the security, right? Security question.
Mm-hmm. Right
So
there.
a lot of people are concerned about the security of our application, and that's the exact reason. That's the exact reason why we're not holding custody of anyone's money. So basically, your account is as secure as uh, as how secure it is to have your own account, to have that exchange account. So basically, if you feel that you're safe with a Coinbase account, that is the same safety you're having with us, because we're just pulling the data from all those different exchange accounts. We're actually not holding any custody of your money, and we cannot take out your money. And that is yeah. So there's nothing to hack, even if the hacker gets hold of your information. Let's say even if they get hold of that.
Okay. Well, that is awesome. I think League of Traders app is awesome. It looks like the UX, which is the user experience, seems to be very, very easy. Um, Let me ask you, do you have to use a VPN to use this app?
No, it's fully supported. We fully support US users.
All right. Well, I had to ask that question. I didn't know, nobody asked it, but just wondering because I got to get in my Binance account, right, to put it over there. So, but yeah, this is very interesting. I don't know if we have. Let's see. Somebody asked about a referral code. Somebody said, "Is there a referral code?"
Uh, there is, if you have your own account, you can see your own referral code. Let me just screen share one more time to let everyone see. So the referral code is something that you can find on settings. Account is a little bit difficult, and right under my referral code. So one more time, settings,
Hmm.
account, and my referral code. But right now, we haven't implemented like the system to give benefits for the people who refer people yet. But it will be there in the future. So right now, even though you don't have a referral code, you're not losing much there. So don't worry about that one just now.
All
So
right,
don't
and
worry about it. And if someone wants to ask where do I get started, you can go to how can I write in the comments our main homepage,
post
leagueoftraders.io.
leagueoftraders.io. I think I typed.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, my staff already got it. That's how awesome they are. They type much faster than me. That they're awesome, awesome, awesome. So there that is. Well, we have had an incredible hour. We're at the top of the hour. We didn't even think we'd go this long, didn't we, John? But we did. And
Exactly.
we definitely want to thank you for sharing. How can they find you specifically on social media? I know they can find League of Traders, but how can they find you if they want to see what you're talking about on Twitter, or find out when the app is launching, or find out if there's any investment opportunities? How do they find out about you and what you got going on?
They can find me on Twitter. I have just deactivate. I mean, I have set my Twitter account on private for now, but they can find me. Let's see. I don't even remember my own Twitter account, but they can find me on. They can find me on like LinkedIn,
Okay.
and they can find me on LinkedIn and my Twitter account. Let me just share it. Can I share it in some way?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can post it right into the comments and they will get it. And somebody, Miss Karen, is asking, what is your estimated time for release in 2022?
Oh, actually, we are released, but we just didn't promote it to the US. That's what I meant. We will promote it in 2022, but
Okay.
we are already released and people are using it well here in South Korea. Exactly. Someone found my Twitter, but I have to just change it to public again because I had my account private for a while.
Okay.
Since
Cool.
it's not Twitter is not that popular here in Asia, so I haven't been using it much. But yeah, everyone can reach me there.
So I'm going to ask one last question because I hate for us not to get questions answered that were asked. And there's one that I see here, and I don't even know the answer myself. So maybe you know this answer. So we understand that League of Traders does not take custody of the actual coin. We're only putting in our API, full API. But if somebody was to get a hold of the API key, could they
Right.
cause havoc? Could they cause havoc in there some kind of way?
No, even we don't know your API key. So once you put it into our application, it's getting immediately encrypted.
Oh,
So basically they have to decrypt, like it's a one-way encryption, so we cannot, so even if they steal our information, they will not be able to get access to your API key. And
okay,
even if they manage to get access to your API key in some magical way, they will not be able to take your money. So don't worry about that. API key or API trading is a very, very common way of trading, and for people who are not used to it, it might sound very scary, and but it's actually a very common way to do the tradings. So that's why someone like some projects like, or some company like Coinbase, they deleted that route and they just made login with Coinbase instead,
mm,
to delete the API key thing. But in actuality, like when you have login with Facebook, login with Google, or login with Coinbase, it's also being done through the API, but it's just behind the scenes, and most people don't know about it.
that's great info. I sure appreciate you. And again, John, who is the CEO of League of Traders, and this is an incredible app. I am looking forward to downloading it and playing, getting just kind of playing around with the app and seeing what I can do with some of that crypto that's sitting over on Binance that I can't transfer to the United States anyway. I might as well do something. So I'm going to look into that and check on it. I just want to tell our viewers that if you're in the Los Angeles area on this Thursday, we are having a crypto mixer here at Crypto Blockchain Plug. We look forward to seeing you all out here. You do need to go to meetup.com/crypto plug to sign up and RSVP because there is food and drinks. This is our first event since COVID kind of opened up. We're in observance of all COVID restrictions, so we will have masks and we will be socially distancing. But you can come and eat and drink and get the chance to network with other people that are in the crypto space, but not only in the crypto space, individuals that are coming to learn about Bitcoin specifically. I'm going to be doing a short talk at that event. And on Friday, as I stated, I will be doing an interview with MC Light on Crypt Hop, which is where cryptocurrency meets hip hop. Do they listen to hip hop in Korea?
Yes, they love hip hop here.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So we want to make sure that Korea is tuned in too on Friday. So, but it's been an incredible interview, John, and I am really happy that we were able to have you on because it really enlightens us. And so things that we know a little bit more about, we're not so afraid of. And so I think this is a great thing. And I am not only looking forward to making sure that people know how to trade themselves so that they can fish for themselves, but in the event they need to do something like this and do both of them simultaneously, they have a company that they can work with. They've now met the CEO. They understand how it works. They can trust it. And I just appreciate you. So again, Mr. John, thank you for being on Bitcoin Business Basics. It was awesome. And I look forward to talking to you in the very, very near future.
Yeah, and it's definitely my pleasure to be here. And thank you for this opportunity. And thank you for letting me meet all your wonderful, wonderful viewers. I'm sorry that I didn't have the chance to answer all the questions that everyone has. But like everyone is very welcome to join our English speaking Telegram group. If you have further questions, you're more than welcome to ask them there, and we will do our best to answer any questions that you have. Do we have our Telegram group link here?
Telegram, let me see. I don't know that we do. Um,
Okay, let me share it. How do I
it's posted in the
post
private.
something? It seems I'm not able to post something in the chat.
So what is it? Is it Telegram?
Here, I wrote it to Erika.
Got it. I'll copy it and I shall paste it. Getting
Yes.
real. Oh, did I share it to everybody? All right, that was.
No, you shared it back to
Yeah.
the private chat.
Okay,
Exactly
Eric.
there. So
You
for
should get it
anyone
in
with further questions, you're more than welcome to ask there, and we will be very, very happy to answer anything. And some things that I spoke here, it might have been a very rundown and very easy explanation to accommodate to our viewers. But if someone wants a little bit more technical answers of how we handle the API keys and so on and so forth, you're very, very welcome to shoot the questions there. I don't want.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Mm.
All right. Well, again, thank you. Enjoy. What time of day is it there?
Right now it's 11 a.m.
It's 11 a.m. So we're about to go to sleep and you're just getting up. So enjoy the rest of your day there in Korea. And again, we appreciate you and you have an incredible rest of your day. And to all of you, thank you again for joining Bitcoin Business Basics. We really appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. Bye bye.